Well, well, well. One last time, baby. With the 96th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Brodric Martin, and we just got word that he has been released from the Detroit Lions 90-man roster. What a colossal failure this was for Bradley Matthias Jerome Cornelius Holmes, and now both of his third-round picks in 2023 are gone. You are going to hear it from me because we could have taken anybody else other than him. We traded up to get this guy. We gave up a fourth. We gave up 2 fifths for a guy that was drafted in the top 100 and shouldn't have been drafted in the first place. You get your hands off me. Now, I didn't know who he was when he was drafted, but I know he was a wasted pick. You're not going to hear any analysts over here. I am a fan. I am a general manager. Trademark me. Don't steal that. And I'm going to keep it a buck. He should have never been on this team. And now your general manager, Bradley Matthias Jerome Cornelius Holmes, has flaws. Now you can't deny that the man is not perfect. And it's sad that it had to be built off the back of Brodric Martin, whoever he is. And I had to get that off my chest. One last time, let's do it. With the 96th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select It Don't Even Matter because he gone. Now maybe y'all can finally acknowledge that this man ain't perfect and that he makes mistakes. Maybe. Both of his third-round picks gone. Anyway, let's get it cracking. The Detroit Lions have trimmed some more of their roster, and it's going to be some disappointing cuts on here. It's some disappointing cuts in here. Another thing Brad Holmes is guilty of is keeping draft picks over UDFAs because he drafted them, right? Y'all not listen. I am unleashed this year. I'm unleashed. I put a clown suit on the line to where I told you James Houston was trash, and he was. I told you we should have never drafted Brodric Martin, and we shouldn't have. I'm unhinged and unleashed like the dog from Martin. Sit, lay. Without further ado, let's go. That's the wrong number. I got to do it again because I got to do it right. Here is coming from Pride of Detroit. These are the latest roster moves as of 6:52 on my end. The Detroit Lions cut edge Nate Lynn. The 96th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, Brodric Martin. Miles Adams. We are wiping out that D-line. Running back Deion Jackson all saw it coming. Jacoby Kenny James knew this was going to happen. Gunnar Oaks, Eric Hallett. This one disappoints me. Jacob Sailors, who outperformed Sione Vaki as far as RB4 is concerned, no cap. You can't say otherwise. Vaki spent the whole preseason hurt, and we cut him. We cut a guy who played hurt. Hopefully he can wind up on the practice squad. Cornerback Luke Barku. Cornerback Nick Whiteside, and this one right here, Jackson Meeks, who outperformed Dominic Levet. Almost got it. And this is what Brad does. Last year, we cut a wide receiver who, I don't know why this man's name is escaping me right now. We cut him in favor of Antoine Green. How did that work out? At the making of this video, Ronnie Bell is still on the team, which is crazy. Offensive tackle Dan Skipper did not see this one coming. My question is, who did he keep in favor of or to dismiss Dan Skipper? Edge Mitchell Agude. Do we care? Wiping the D-line out. So that must mean that we got our eyes on somebody. Maybe Zadarius Smith is on his way back. Safety Ian Cannelli. Wide receiver, the legend Tom Kennedy. Hendon Hooker we discussed earlier. And Anthony Pittman was the first one to go. And what that means is there are 74 spots remaining, 21 decisions still remaining coming from Pride of Detroit. And here is what the roster is looking like as of now. And we'll probably have one more update depending on who's cut by the end of the day. And then tomorrow by 4 p.m., we'll go live and we'll talk about the cuts. And of course, we'll do our initial 53-man reaction. Quarterbacks, Jared Goff, Kyle Allen are in. Out is Hendon Hooker. Running backs, we got rid of Deion Jackson, and so that means that here are our 4. That's it. And this is disappointing to me. Hopefully, Sailors, we usually keep 1 or 2 running backs on the practice squad. I hope he comes back. He balled out. Sione Vaki, you can miss me. I know what he can do, but he has to be able to do it. Wide receiver. Right now, Ronnie Bell and Malik Taylor are still on the team. Can't believe what I'm seeing with Jackson Meeks. It's disappointing. It really is. Tight ends, we lost Gunnar Oaks. Expect Zach Horton and Steven to join them as well. Offensive tackle, we got rid of Dan Skipper. After making the 53-man roster last season, he was not able to make it today. Interior offensive lineman, we got rid of, there should be, nobody so far. Defensive end, wiping cats out. Mitchell Agude, Nate Lynn got cut. And both of them, I want to say Lynn got a sack. Defensive tackle right now, Miles Adams and Brodric the Reach Martin. Linebacker, we got rid of so far Anthony Pittman. Ezekiel Turner will probably go on IR because it hasn't been confirmed yet, but I think it is an Achilles injury. Keep going here. Cornerback, we're down to 8. Getting rid of Hallett and Whiteside over Tyson Russell and DJ Miller and Allen George. So these 3 guys here got to be special teamers. They got to be special teamers, man. Safeties, we got rid of Cannelli. I think that Strickland makes the team and Morris does not. And that's our team. These people aren't going anywhere. The kicker, the punter, the long snapper, not going anywhere. So how we feeling? How we feeling, y'all? I'm disappointed in a few of these. We all knew Brodric. Now, when Brodric was drafted, I didn't know who he was. Nobody knew who he was. That's the point. You trade up, you give up a 4th and 2 fifths. You could have literally got anyone else. You trade up for a guy that, in all honesty, belongs in the UFL. He probably should have been undrafted. And I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm sorry that this came at the expense of Brodric Martin, but now maybe, just maybe, for all the good that Brad Holmes has done, and you're going to hear that from me. You're going to hear that from me. Yes, I know where we were. I'm a Lions fan just like you. I know how far we've come. I've been there the whole time. But at the same time, acting like this man walks on water has to end today, right? It has to end today. You traded up for a guy drafted in the top 100 in the NFL draft. Hendon doesn't bother me. He was there. You took him. It didn't work out. Brad Holmes, only quarterback drafted. What bothers me is the trade up. What bothers me is that we went to the NFC championship game that year. That's what bothers me. What bothers me is we probably could have taken anyone else, any other defender, and maybe done better than him. If you take a person in the 3rd round, okay, they should make an impact in one way or another. Special teams, defense, or offense, depending on how they play. Even Ife Melifonwu, right? I believe he was drafted in the top 100, or maybe just after that. I got to be reminded. But he wind up being pretty good. Brodric never had it. He never had it. So for him to be scouted as somebody that but again, no capital was given up for that's my biggest issue with Brodric Martin. Is the fact that we gave up we thought he was so good. We thought that we picked him at 96. We had the 122nd pick at that time, and to come up 26 spots. 26 spots we gave up for, we thought he was that good. Brad Holmes makes the final decision, and he whiffed. And finally, maybe his cracks are starting to show. Y'all think I want this man to fail? I don't. He runs my organization. He runs the team that I'm a fan of. I do not want him to fail in any way. We've seen enough of that. But what I'm not going to sit here and say is that he's perfect, because none of us are. I'm not going to treat him like he walks on water like some of y'all do. And maybe now you will see the same thing. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What's your biggest surprise so far? Expect one more video depending on what the Lions do the rest of the day. They've been very active today. They're not usually that active. And a bit of side information, Trey Hendrickson joins the rest of the people that just talk and have no spine or backbone and decide that he's going to take a 1-year deal, more money, almost half his salary, making $30 million total dollars. I understand that this is a business and he was probably never going to be a Detroit Lion, but at the same time, I wish somebody would stand on business. If you said you weren't going to play, you shouldn't have played. But at the same time, I did tell you that he would play. A lot of y'all was like, well, he's not going to play without a new deal. I mean, I guess you can call that a new deal because wasn't he looking for security? And he's not. Now, he better hope that he don't get franchise tagged next year and the year after that. We'll see. But he will be a free agent next year. Maybe we'll see when the Detroit Lions, if the Detroit Lions will be interested, because after what they've done, and we'll see we have Marcus Davenport for 1 year. We've got Josh Pascal for 1 more year. We've got DJ Reader for 1 more year. So it's going to look different next year, right? So anyway, let me know what you think, man. This is very vindicating for myself, I must say. And yes, you are. Hey, who is swag if I ain't swag? I got a little bit of swag right now. I didn't pop a gasket when Brodric was drafted because I ain't know much about him. But when we traded up, I said, what we talking about? You passed on a pass rusher? On any pass rusher? Any pass rusher? And what I hear is, well, it was only a few pass rushers taken after him, and they got 1 or 2 sacks. And that 1 or 2 sacks is more than this man has played. It's played. When you have 53 defensive snaps and you are drafted in the top 100, that is not good. But the good news for y'all is y'all don't got to hear this anymore because he's gone. He gone. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you upset? Are you not upset? Did you expect all of these? Was there somebody that caught you by surprise? I would love to know your thoughts. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You can be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me, and I hope you keep doing because I'm going to be the only one. Not the only one. It's a couple of us out there that ain't slappies, that ain't trying to work for the Lions, or they're not trying to snuggle up under anybody that's going to keep it $150. Okay, 151, as a matter of fact, is what we gonna keep it. It's only a few. That's why y'all need to cherish us, because it's a lot of slappy happies on this YouTube platform. All right, you guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. But you know what? You may hate me, but it's also why you love me.